That was a great introduction. I do have, this is a nice intimate setting, so I have a confession to make, everybody. I too am single, but here's the thing, what I don't tell anybody. I've been single for all my life. I've never had a real girlfriend, and I am 29 years old, which is insane, right? I mean, like, okay, here's the thing. 29 years old, never had a real girlfriend. That means MySpace was created and died in that time. People were hooking up on MySpace, and I was still single. And you know, the thing I hate about being single though, is friends and relationships who like to give advice to the single friends. I hate that. Like, I have a friend, I'll pretend like you know him, Austin. He goes, "It's okay." He's white, accents. He says, "It's okay. Did you know that even Hitler had a mistress and a wife?" I'm thinking to myself, you're telling me the world's most hated guy, next to Kanye, had a woman in his life who believed in his dreams as much as he did? The last time I had a female in my life that believed in me was my grandma. And she gave up hope and died. Her last words to me was, "Reach for the stars, because you'll never be one." Isn't that the most saddest, messed up thing you've ever heard? That's worse than hearing that your favorite show just got canceled. It's like, and now I wonder why I'm so messed up in the head. Like, my thoughts tend to wander. I call it daydreaming. Doctors call it ADD. Parents call it a disappointment. But I think these things, and I'm wondering, like last year, some lady said, "Did you know," or she said, "Jesus is white, and we know this for a fact." And I'm thinking to myself, maybe Jesus was more Mexican than we give him credit for. Think about it from the very beginning. His real father wasn't there when he was born. His friends abandoned him when he was arrested. And his girlfriend was a hoe named Mary Magdalene. You can't get more trouble than that. And that's the story they tell us. What I want to know is what happened when he was growing up. What happened, like, when he was first discovering his powers? I want to see the Smallville version of Jesus. Like, how did Mary and Joseph handle that little situation? Mary giving Jesus a bath. Like, "Joseph, Jesus is walking on the water again. What do I do?" Jesus, being the good Mexican Jew that he was, "Just tell me when he turns that water to wine, because I think we're running out." Which tells me, if Joseph was more concerned about alcohol than Jesus discovering his powers, that means Jesus' childhood must have sucked so bad he didn't want to put it in his own book. He'd rather talk about how he was beaten over and over again than talk about how he was born. He'd rather talk about how he was betrayed by his best friend than talk about what school he went to. And I realize I am beating this Jesus joke to death. And there's no chance of resurrection. And you guys have a great night.